Candace is Charlie's sister. She's part of the family. We always, it was always the family or the friends. And she and Charlie were very close growing up, and then they kind of drifted apart as kids do when they grow up. School and friends and life becomes more of a priority, and you go through your hormonal phase. And she is, she's the middle child. She wants to, the way she expresses herself is by being the best at whatever she wants to do, and kind of a little controlling and bossy at times. And then as soon as she's put into a position where she doesn't have the control and she's in an abusive relationship, she kind of freezes up and doesn't know how to react, and it's complete foreign territory for her. But eventually, she and Charlie, through tragedy, get closer again, and he helps her through her rough times, and it really goes to show that friends and family are what get you through.
Do you think she has, because she's lived through what he went through before the movie starts, do you think that affects their relationship going into it? Like where they start out, where we meet them, they're clearly different people than they probably were 6 months before our story begins. Do you think it impacts her and the way she,
I think that it definitely, they definitely have a lot more. You mean after the abuse?
Because he's coming off of the summer of having what happens before our story starts, and his friend killing himself and whatnot. Does her relationship, do you feel like, start with him like some sort of a special thing because of what he's been through? Because she's in school, she's a senior, he's a junior, he's a freshman. Is she sort of in the caught between being popular and him being not popular, and trying to take care of him and trying to take care of herself? And did you see kind of that?
Yeah, I think, and that's what she wanted, but she ended up. They kind of did really drift apart, and she tried to take care of him, but we didn't really see it that much. Well, she did. She was giving him she gave him the mixtape, and she still always cares about him, but it isn't until sometimes as a person in your, I don't know how it is, for me personally, you have to really, there has to be like a red flag, like there has to be something. You kind of have to be jolted back into reality sometimes, and that happens between she and Charlie, and she really rises to the occasion when it's time, and so does he. I mean, he really gets her through some really hard times, and they lean on each other for support. You need that in your life. I needed that in my life personally.
What was it about this movie that really drew you to it, and what do you hope that people ultimately, when they leave the theater, take away?
I think when I read the script, and the feeling that I had when I watched the movie, when I walked away from it, made me, I felt nostalgic, and then I felt good. I remembered bad things, and I realized now that I got through it. And a lot of people have had these experiences, and all they have to do is get through it and realize that they're not alone, and that everybody has experiences, whether it's now or 10 years ago or 30 years ago. We're all the same, and we're all misfit toys, and we're all wallflowers in a way.